Hey, what is up YouTube? It's Overlord Gaming here, and today I was playing some Battlefield 4, and in the endgame lobby I heard people bashing Call of Duty, saying that it's a horrible game and it needed to die, and that it just needed to go away, and that this game was bland and boring. Well, Call of Duty to some extent is, bland and boring, and a lot of people dislike it because, oh, it's the same thing every year. Well, the good thing about being the same game every year is that you can consistently bring back a happy fanbase who prominently enjoys the content that they make. Example, Halo 4, they tried changing the formula and making the game faster paced and more fluid, and all they ended up doing was making a Call of Duty X-esque style Halo that no one liked. There's literally, I went and checked this morning, and there's like 10,000 people on the servers, which is pretty horrible for Halo. I do understand that, yeah, Call of Duty can be frustrating, but so can Battlefield. Both these games do have their fair share of problems. I wouldn't say that one is particularly better than the other in every aspect. I personally like Battlefield because it feels more cinematic. It feels, I guess, better in some ways. It feels so much more successful to kill someone in Battlefield than it does in Call of Duty, although I would argue that Call of Duty does have the more fun value. Example, at least on the infantry scale, I probably enjoy getting like an RCXD on Black Ops 2 and then, strapping C4 to it and then driving it over to an enemy and then, having my teammate blow up the C4 and then I drive the RCXD over to someone and then blow them up. That's funny in my opinion. Battlefield and Call of Duty, if you're comparing at least the infantry aspect, they're very, very similar. They're very fast-paced games. They're class-based shooters. And, they're both really fun. One is on a larger scale map with better graphics, which is Battlefield. The other is a little bit more goofy, a little bit more, I guess, cartoony in some aspects. And it's got a few wacky things of its own going on, and that'd be Call of Duty. Now, I can understand where people get frustrated. They really do need to fix the lag compensation and how the game deals with lag, and the actual hitboxes within the game themselves. But same can be said for Battlefield. Battlefield 4, when it was released at launch, it was just an atrocious game. It was terrible. I couldn't stand playing it. And mind you, I had the Xbox 360 version and still do. And it was just, it was rage-inducing. I did not want to play it. And then, for Call of Duty, at least on launch, in most of the games, the actual hitbox and how the game played wasn't too terrible. I mean, yeah, there were a few things that needed tweaking, but I'd say that more tweaks went into any Battlefield than there ever was in Call of Duty. And another point that I want to make is that a lot of people seem to have this impression that Call of Duty is supposed to, take time and, really work their games out and get them to be really good quality. Well, these games are only meant to last you. Each game by each developer is only supposed to last you maybe 1 to 2 years, and then the next Call of Duty produced by a different developer is supposed to come out. Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and then I think now Sledgehammer Games. So, what do? Well, a lot of times people will go out and buy, what game they think is best. And if you don't like a particular Call of Duty from a, particular developer, example, I personally don't like Infinity Ward. I loved Call of Duty 4, but after that point, I just hated it. So, I'm personally not going to go out and buy the next Call of Duty. I will go out and buy Advanced Warfare, and then probably the next Black Ops, but that is the extent of that I'm buying. I'm just totally skipping over Infinity Ward's games of them. These games, for how long they have to develop them, they're actually really good quality compared to what they could be. I mean, these games could be a lot worse and a lot buggier. And personally, I'm just really happy that that the game developers have actually spent time trying to get these games at least as good as they can, as polished as they can. And it's just really fun. I mean, they do try. I'm not, making excuses for them for, some of their games being absolutely terrible and absolute shit. But they do try, and, these games could be a lot worse. For what they are, and, for how long they had to develop them, these games are really, really well made. If you don't want the same game every year, then, what I would do personally is I would skip 1 or 2 Call of Duties. What I mean by that is skip, whenever, say, Infinity Ward or, Treyarch, produces a Call of Duty game, skip that one. Skip both of them. Do whatever. And then buy the next season, or next yearly round game. because usually COD games, you know, every year they don't change that much. But from 2 years, 2 year standpoint, maybe 4 year, whatever the cycle for Call of Duty games being released is, they're actually changed a lot. Example, Call of Duty from from Modern Warfare 2, or what was it, Modern Warfare 3. Those games changed a lot. Modern Warfare 3 was really prominently fast-paced, had, you know, weird maps, its graphics had increased. Campaign was good in my opinion, and just it had all this silly stuff. And it had changed quite a bit, just the pacing of the game and just how the game played. So, you know, I would really suggest buying both of these games. Neither one of these games is better than the other in my personal opinion. You guys tell me what you guys think about this. If you know you think Battlefield's better, you know, and tell me why, or Call of Duty's better and you tell me why. This is Overlord signing out, and I'll see you guys next time.